Hello, welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot for a Piscean, general Piscean reading for October 29th through November 5th. And before we start, let us all take a good deep breath into our heart space to connect to each other here. Thank you, Spirit. You're always looking out from our eyes and guiding us and co-creating this beautiful dream manifested, expanding this place as we continue to walk in beauty. And here we are in the eclipse energy. Oh gosh, I was doing some readings yesterday. It was the general message and the oracle reading too, and I kept switching it around, saying we're in a new moon. But it is a good time. Lunar eclipses are always very, abundant for new beginnings, transformations, nothing to ever be the same, to set good intentions for this time, bring it out to 6 months. But we are in the full moon of Taurus, and with that lunar eclipse, we're in Scorpio energies now in the sun sign. I don't do much astrology, but you look into that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to find that. And just reading the cards here and the intuitive messages that come through. So we're going to start out the reading here with some messages. Just to start it out, magnifying glasses to oversee the reading before we draw the tarot. What do we have for Pisces? The cards have been cut and pre-shuffled with your energies, but I'm just warming them up. What do we have here for Pisces, Spirit? Celebrations. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. And this has been a theme here. It's really big for Pisces, it really has. Unity, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. And here we go. Moon, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. And Pisces, this is your card. This is our card. The Moon card is a Piscean card. And we have birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. That came up with the Aquarius reading too. So this is a beautiful messages coming through right away. Celebrate. You're ready to bring new and exciting things. Through the birth, divine timing, understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. We're ready to attract great love with this new birth and celebrations, and pay attention to your intuition and move ahead confidently at this time. Because Pisces, you have that keen intuitive way about you. Many of the zodiac signs the Piscean is the most highly intuitive. You are the High Priestess, you are the Queen of Cups, you are the Empress, you are also the Hanging Man. It's gaining different perspectives. So what do we have here? We have delight. That's perfect for celebrations. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. You do it for yourself first. That's what we teach about that. Is that it's all about how you feel. Yeah, it's getting hooked on the feeling of feeling delightful and happy about things. You can't hold it all there all the time. Not in this form, not in this realm. But we do the best we can. Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning. Working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet more exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And how perfect, sitting next to this birth card right here. That is delightful and new. And this is exciting reading already. And last but not least, we have transition. So the frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace, and which gives new birth to universal energy, brings opportunity and possibility. We're giving birth to new universal energies. That's the co-creation expanding of this place that we are all part of, and why we're here in the physical form. So again, thank you so much for these messages, Spirit. Again, the cards have been pre-shuffled and cut with your energies. I'm just going to warm them up here and see what we have for this week. We start out with the Nine of Cups, which is your card. It's a Piscean card. If you look at this card, he looks like a genie. And all the cups behind here is all of the wish fulfillment. Cups being, again, water signs, is emotional fulfillment. So what if you've been wishing? What is that one wish that if you were granted by a genie, what would that be? And what's happening at this time for this week in these energies is that you are starting out with your wish fulfillment, and you're celebrating that. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life, because that emotional fulfillment that you're going through this major transition and transformation, gosh, there's so much to it. This transformation, and then there's transmutation, where nothing's the same after that. And that's what's going on with the Piscean collective, and it's been happening for this entire week. I know, because I'm a Pisces, and there's been something coming up this week that I just literally had to look at the Devil card. And speaking of, on the bottom of the deck, that had been coming up, the shadow sides. Shadow sides that will come up, and has been coming up this week, for it to basically shed that version that no longer serves. It's coming up to leave. There's nothing to do. I have to do anything about it. But it's moving through it has been a little bit arduous, a little bit kind of, gosh, what do I want to say about that? Yeah, it hasn't been easy this week, I have to say. But things have been coming up to leave, and I feel like right now, a totally different version of myself, just in a week's time. So that's what's happening here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and look at her. She's prosperous. That's pre-Empress energy. She's got everything. She's rich. And could be rich with ever. Prosperity doesn't always mean money. The Pentacles is. Career, finances, really moving good for you right now. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. And she's just very content against, like, the pre-Empress energies. She's got not want for nothing. She is alone. Yes, so is the Empress. Because she doesn't need anything outside the self. She's a magnet. She's magnificent. You know, that magnificent, magnetic. Bringing things to her because she's emotionally fulfilled. But what is it? What was that one wish that you wanted to be true? This week is ripe for that to happen here. Now we have the Six of Cups, and something from the past, again, had been brought up. And that's what I was saying. This entire week, it started on Tuesday for me. And I had been really moving through it for a good 4 days, and it's still moving through, but it's not as potent as when it did come up, something from the past, and really kind of shaking my internal world. That's moving through some shadows work, and that's what we're doing here anyway, expanding our knowing of ourselves, paying attention to our intuition at this time, and moving ahead confidently. And again, that with that synergy here is beautiful. Allowance and acceptance, the not so obvious, never seen before combinations, unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And that's exactly what had been going on this week during this lunar eclipse. This is intense, guys, for Pisces. And yep, that Six of Cups is definitely clarifying that which had been going on, and it continues to happen this week, but it's not as potent. I'm not feeling it as potent as it had been, because it's releasing. So we are on to the Eight of Pentacles here. Look at, he's working hard on money, working hard at a job, working hard on something that's manifesting on the physical plane. So birthing into a new project at work, maybe at home. You put the pieces where they go for you, and it's definitely creating that transition. And I can't say it enough, but these cards, these sacred geometry cards, are beautiful for this reading. Is that, look at this transition. It's different. This is a different image than most of these sacred geometry images, these light frequencies. deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives so we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with grace and ease, and whatever it takes for that to happen, but you're definitely working on something that has been going on here on the physical plane, hard at work. We're going to get clarifier cards for these and see what else we're looking at. Spirit, what is this Nine of Cups? It's like, ooh, good deep breaths during this time. And we're safe, we're protected. When you allow into the process, allow into it with grace and ease, like these cards have been saying, is that magic occurs. And you get totally new pentacle showing up. Something would happen under the surface here. Seven of Swords. Moving under the cover of the moon here. Right. Can't hide your intentions from the universe, is always bearing witness to what we're doing, but something has been going on behind the scenes. You're moving behind the scenes. And that Five of Cups here, whatever had not been serving you, you're bringing it down and releasing it. Fives are conflict, and that has been going on for this week, but look what we have here. A whole new pentacle, a whole new beginning happening here on the earth plane as that wish fulfillment is being granted. You've been working behind the scenes and releasing that emotional stuff that's not serving you anymore. That's all it is. It's just coming up to be let go. Was when we kind of hold on to that that is being released and let go, is that we tend to try to do something about it, and that's when we get emotionally caught in a web. But what these cards are clearly saying is that as you are with ease and grace allowing that version of yourself to just leave, you'll never be the same, and you have a whole new beginning here. And you celebrating that, because that's underneath that celebrations card. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. That is beautiful with that Ace of Pentacles there. And this Nine of Pentacles is that pre-Empress energies going back and forth. We've been seeing the Empress card there for a while, but now this Nine of Pentacles is really showing up. And what is this Nine of Pentacles, Spirit, for Pisces? Time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. Too many cards, Spirit, but that one definitely wants to come out. It's a total renewal of that time of peace and understanding. You radiate and attract great love, and that's that Nine of Pentacles, as you can see right there. It's beautiful. She's right there to show you, and that's it right there. That Six of Wands is all about being in the limelight, radiating that passion, that creative energy. See the wreath around the wand here is beautiful. It's just completely success, complete success. And celebrating and accepting. Your perception's changing. I have to read this again. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at that. The mind can play tricks on us. The moon, the energies of the moon that showed up here, the shadows and the light, the shadows, if we're not got enough light in there, it can play tricks on what's going on here. And what is this, what is the Six of Cups showing up here, Spirit? Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently, letting go of that version from the past, anything that's been creeping up with another person emotionally. Again, it could be something from just bridging that younger version, that young part of yourself that is coming up, to just that one final let go of that version. And you're doing it with clarity and connection to moving ahead confidently. I mean, she's confident. Her throat chakra is in alignment. She speaks well. And so speaking well and communicating with the inner part of yourself, that version in which is leaving and you're letting go of. You don't need it anymore. And it's communicating clearly with your inner being and truly being honest with yourself. That Queen of Swords is bringing in that clarity. And you can see that there's a heart down. There's a heart. There's a candle down. She's very much connected to her heart center, but also very much clear. Mental clarity, because the Queen of Swords, she's queen of communication. Really being honest with the self first, and then it comes across very clear for others to understand. So what is this Eight of Pentacles, Spirit? What are we looking at here? What is this Eight of Pentacles? A lot of different changes going on, especially this time of year too. I know, being North America, that we're moving towards winter, and the season's getting darker. The light is changing, and yeah, on the bottom of the deck we have the Tower card. So big sudden changes, because you've been listening. You've been really moving into this version of yourself here, with this working hard on the earth plane and really connecting to that intuitive part of yourself, with that clear communication coming through and giving birth and moving through this transition. And it brings endless potentials and possibilities to your sphere. The Queen of Cups is one of the most highly intuitive cards of the deck, and you are the Queen of Cups. Like I was saying, High Priestess, Queen of Cups, the Hermit card even, that's a Virgo card, but gosh, just that knowing, that guru within, that's the Piscean. You want to say the Pisceans are like a conglomeration of all the major arcana, and that's the Fool card. Is also, can be that way too. Tends to be Aries, yes, but Piscean is one of those grand shapeshifters, and you can be malleable because you're a water sign too, and mold yourself to the circumstances and really blend and be transparent. Allow the changes to occur, because Spirit's got your back. You're never not doing this alone. Gosh, what final messages do we have here for Spirit, for Pisces Spirit, for this reading? You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life, and you're really understanding this version of yourself. Yeah, that the Wheel of Fortune's coming in. That is fortuitous. You know, roll the bones and see what happens, and you're going to be surprised, you know, at what comes as far as, oh, I don't like to use the word luck, but I do from time to time. That lucky break. It's not. It's what you've been doing within yourself. Listening to that intuitive, those intuitive ideas, which brings you into inspired action. Hey, it could be that time the inspired action could all of a sudden give you some numbers to play the lottery, and then you win. It could be really making that call that you've been putting off, or making that conversation that you want, because now you have clarity. The conversation perhaps with your higher self in times of silence, communicating with yourself clearly what you really want and to see. So the Wheel of Fortune's coming in, and the wheel's turning in your favor here. What are the messages we have for the final messages of this reading for Pisces Spirit? What do we have? Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to something again. They're not quite sure that you, feeling like that's bondage, really. It really is, when the Four of Pentacles sometimes shows up. Yeah, it's resting period. Fours are resting. But you're resting on something, maybe perhaps because of the not sure about letting it go. What other messages do we have here, Spirit, for this final card? These final cards. Yeah. You know, transitions, this transmutation, it's, you know, it can bring up a lot of anxiety and pressure within the self. It's tricky. But to really know that you're protected at this time. You are protected. What I know all about that stuff is that when it comes up, sometimes it's so fierce and it doesn't feel so good. It's fast moving though, so it's moving quickly. Whatever that is that you've been holding on to is quickly leaving. And that's it right there. As you collaborate with others, me, myself, and I, the mind, body, and spirit. 3 is a sacred number. It is a very sacred number. All of who you are, trusting the process. Okay. Let's do one final card. Let's see. Just something's telling me to pull one final card from the tarot to see what we're looking at for Pisces. Thank you for these messages, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It can be arduous, again. I can't say it enough. That transmutation, that version that's leaving, it's can be, again, feeling like it's just happening so slow, but there's rainbows. The rainbow is always coming after the rain. So, the 4 of Cups coming in here again. 4s are resting times, but she looks like she's kind of like, she's had it. It's like, when is this new version? This is happening fast. This is a weekly reading, and it's amazing what happens during a 1 week. I want to draw one more card. I know it's never going to be enough, right? I'll draw a couple of oracles and we'll finish up. But gosh, that 4 of Cups coming right in. And again, there's that rainbow that comes after the rain. And that's a metaphor for this change that we're moving through this eclipse season. It's really bringing a new version of the Pisces and to everybody, really. But Pisces, because we're so intuitive, and we're so much in tune with the spirit world and in tune with the things that are hidden, because the moon card is our card, is that it can be really kind of arduous and kind of like, really? When is this going to stop? It's been excruciating, just a day of this. Because look at that. Checking our back, going, is it safe now to move beyond the parameters? Because I didn't feel that way, because I've been getting my head about things, not really feeling like, it's ever going to change. Because, like, what am I going to do about it? Like, when you get in your head, well, you start bringing up all sorts of things that aren't based on reality. But just trusting the process and taking that blind leap of faith, because guess what? That's exactly what these cards are showing here. You're moving off into the Fool card, which is a completely new beginning. Trust the process, Pisces. I'm moving through it too. And I have to say, again, I can't reiterate it enough. It's gotten so much better since Tuesday, because there was a good 4 days there when it was just between me, myself, and I. I wasn't talking to anybody about it. It doesn't need to be talked about to anybody about it. It's just that deep communication and clarity within the self, talking to my entourage, my soul, however the words you use for it, but all of who I am, and really trusting the guidance, getting quiet at times, and just getting off the subject, because it gets too much in the head and you start feeling emotionally all messed up, because the thoughts will create emotions that don't serve you. But these cards are clearly saying that you are the Fool this week. At the end of the week, you are going to be moving into a whole new way, taking that blind leap of faith. Okay, we have Moon Magic showing up here. We're going to draw a couple cards in the Moon Magic deck. Trusting the process, trusting the larger part of yourself, trusting that things are going to be moving in the perfect direction for you. Celebrating that time. You're bringing new and exciting things into your life with unity of the divine. You can feel renewal, peace, hope, ready to attract the great love as we get connected to that deeper part of ourselves, and synergy, moving in perfect divine timing for that birth and transition to just smoothly take us to that new version of ourselves, never to be the same again. Let's see what messages we have for Pisces. I'm curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. Oh, look at that. That's that taking that blind leap of faith, trusting that intuition, trusting that inner voice. When the time is right. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful image. Every day I focus on what is important. That's an important message in itself. It's all about focus. This looks like a stargate. Moving through that stargate. The Moon Magic. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Finding the beauty within. Let's do one more of these. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. And there we go. That's what we have for you. Pisces, this week for this beautiful reading. I advise to watch this again or a couple times if it serves you. And thank you for helping to grow the community, subscribing, and claim the reading, liking the channel. It helps others get it. Even sharing the reading would be wonderful. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages that have come through. And we are so loved and protected. It just really just knowing and taking that blind leap of faith off into a whole new adventure for ourselves. And many blessings on this coming week for you.